Hello again, I'm Oriana Fishman. Thank you for checking out part two of the do's. So as we discussed in the last recording, we went over the healthy body portion, and we're going to continue to touch on some of these things. There were plenty of suggestions, and we stopped off at the need to avoid to disinfect and clean parcels and packages and so on. So please, guys, go ahead and save yourselves the time of needing to disinfect these things. This virus and bacteria in general do not like to live on porous surfaces, and also their virility weakens as they're exposed and live outside of the host. They're already weaker, and so the likelihood of having a significant viral load, so to speak, in scientific terms, as we mentioned before, is small. The possibility that the exposure and the viral load is great enough to mount a full-blown infection is unlikely. And so, definitely go ahead and wash your hands after touching foreign parcels and things like that. That should be sufficient. That should be enough. There's no need to disinfect and take it to such an extent, because the truth be told, the virus it prefers a smooth surface, so glass, stainless steel, obviously things you'd find in a bathroom, basically, or public transportation, things like that. Refrain from sharing utensils. We see that in the New York Times article this past weekend. So keep your hands clean. Keep at least 6 feet away from people. And if you are, guys, then I think it's wonderful if you just remove your face masks and allow yourselves to just breathe in the fresh air. Once again, the viral load is probably not great enough unless there is a sick person in the immediate vicinity within 6 feet. And even in that case, it's enough for there to be a wind or a breeze that is brisk, and these particles are just they're dispersed in the air, and so the likelihood outdoors in such wonderful conditions of mounting a full-blown infection are not likely. So Governor Cuomo is emphasized to us the statistics that 66% of people in New York State who suffered the infection were in fact indoors, and so only 2% or 3% were homeless. So that speaks for itself as well. So please go ahead and save yourself the time. You don't need to disinfect your parcels or packages or letters or things like that. Just need to maintain hand hygiene. That's always a big do in the especially in the healthcare field. We know that is one of the greatest means of preventing the spread of infection. And also minimize how often you touch your face, guys. It's that's the key here as well. Maintain a clean environment. It is very important. That doesn't mean sterile. It doesn't mean disinfected to the point where you feel everything is bleached, but clean meaning where, again, the body has just enough of the right proportion. Measured exposure is what I term it, where you do still get the microbes, and they're all around us. They always have been. That's not a novel thing. They're in the air all the time. It's just in a clean environment, they are in way fewer numbers. So important to do that. Make sure to eat a balanced diet, get plenty of fruits and vegetables, make sure you're well hydrated. Exercise regularly, whatever that means for you. Myself and my daughter, we love our walks, we love our bike rides, and so that just gives us a bit of cardio and again, fresh air. We make sure that we get out there, we do our best to keep safe distances, and we remove our face masks and allow ourselves to just breathe. And of course, we do maintain face coverings in crowded places or public places, because we are respecting our elected officials and governors and mayors, and we do our part. So the next thing is to maintain a healthy body. Let's do our best to have sleep hygiene, and what that means is we do our best to prepare for sleep. It's best not to exercise before sleep. Maintain a calm, soothing atmosphere so that we can fall asleep. Take your multivitamins, guys. There's something to be told for supplements, especially in our hectic times, in our days. It's important to do that. So moving forward now, let's go on to how to maintain a healthy mind. And that is a big do in the midst of crises, pandemics, just in the midst of daily life. And so just a few things I'm sure many of you already know and probably practice and do that are very important to maintain a healthy mind. We need to include daily mental stimulation. We've been isolated, we've been quarantining, we've been staying away from one another. Schools are closed, work is limited, if any. And so make a habit of it to promote mental stimulation by reading, writing, journaling, doing whatever work you're able to do. Do engage in outdoor activities. That's also a very big key here to ward off depressive symptoms and to process stress. To process stress well. We've been really enjoying our outdoor activities as much as we can with our dog too. So do you have a plan for how to release anxiety and stress? And again, you can go ahead and do an outdoor activity, do breathing exercises, maybe take some time out, maybe drink some soothing beverages, so on and so forth. Do consider, like I said, the breathing exercises. They're a big do. I have a couple of meditations for releasing and fostering a calm and peaceful mind. That's just one example. Meditation is phenomenal, always has been and always will be, for fostering a calm and peaceful and productive mind, which is solution oriented instead of problem focused. Because of course, if we're going to spend time focusing on the problem, we're just going to get more of the problem. And so meditation helps to clear that away. And that's not to downplay the severity or the seriousness of our situation, but it's to foster productive steps moving forward. So do have fun as much as you can, laugh and play. We are fortunate and very blessed that even in the midst of these health concerns and crises, life is moving forward, and we must celebrate that which prompts celebration: weddings, birthdays, waking up in the morning, fresh air, being alive. Having the ability to do certain things and practice in certain ways. These are privileges. We live in a wonderful country, amazing. I believe we're handling it very well. The way we responded to the pandemic may not have been ideal in my perception, but I do believe that we're all doing the best that we can. So make a point to laugh and play. We need that. In order to release endorphins and to just really get back to enjoying life. And then we'll just be able to magnify once again all the good that we already have in our life. Do acknowledge your emotions, and of course it's totally okay to have fear. It's totally okay to have uncertainty. This was a major catastrophic experience event that we're just now starting to get over. And so it's okay to have fear and uncertainty, and acknowledging that is a step forward. Moving past it is what courage really is. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is just moving forward in the presence of it. So the next do for a healthy mind is do practice some constructive visualization. We need to allow our minds to embrace that the future holds good things. We need to allow our minds to welcome a future that is bright and envisioning these outcomes that we're overcoming. And I know that many people have lost their lives. It is the truth of our reality, that life is in itself an uncertain experience. It's fragile. And I think death, illness, aging, these are the realizations that, according to even Buddha himself, who taught about the mind and the suffering of our world, said that these are the realities of life, and recognizing those realities is what allows us to lead fulfilled and happy lives. So definitely let's envision the future, a bright future full of health for ourselves and our elderly and our children. That's very important, and I do believe that the same universe that brought us here is placing us in the ability to experience all these amazing things for ourselves. So feed your close relationships. Of course, more than ever now, we have learned how awesome it is to have our family, our friends, our pets, and that's something that we should include in our daily activities. I know that my daughter, our dog Alvin, and our neighbors and friends and family, they are what helped us get through. So do engage in social media that can feed the desired outcome of actually seeing ourselves get through this, and definitely limit the amount of media, social media that you get that keeps feeding the doubt and the uncertainty. There's only so much of that we were meant to take in or handle in any given day. So let's learn to turn off these sources of constant, discouraging news, and limit that exposure. So lastly, let's go over having a healthy spirit, because that is what gets us through. Viktor Frankl, who is a developer of existentialism, lived through World War II, and spoke about giving meaning to things. And so from a spiritual perspective, we have the ability, according to him as well, to change the meaning of this. And is this intended to destroy us or create us? Really does depend on how we interpret it and the meaning that we give it. So let's give all of this positive meaning for ourselves and our children. Let's foster and feed our faith. What we focus on, we will multiply. And so let's bring in the faith that we're meant to overcome and grow better and stronger and wiser. Let's pray for those of us who carry faith in God or a higher power or universe. Prayer is a source of connection to a higher self that is omnipresent and omnipotent, and knowing that our lives are fragile and we do depend in a great way on a higher power releases us from needing to have all the answers. And so that's a powerful thing for us in my family, especially moving forward. Prayer and meditation, these were really awesome keys. So, and after we've done that, let's believe that the world is good. Many people I see, I've encountered, are questioning whether the universe is a good place to be or whether it's just about to destroy us. And again, it depends on the meaning that you give it. So let's give life an awesome meaning. Let's believe in the goodness of our universe, of our God who created us to overcome, to prosper. Death, aging, and sickness are realities of life, and they don't detract from the fact that life is itself beautiful. And so let's believe in an awesome God. He is awesome. If you prefer, you can believe in a kind universe, and that's also wonderful. And let's make gratitude lists and count our blessings on a daily basis. My daughter and I have this practice. I just read in Vishen Lakhiani's book, Code of the Extraordinary Mind, that he does this with his kids too. And let's, on a daily basis, go through and make a short list of the things that we're grateful for. You can do that in the morning to prepare your day and open it up with some gratitude. You can do it at the end of the day to close off your day and go to rest with an air of gratitude. So that's an awesome thing that does wonders for our spirit. And so I would like to now just thank you for taking the time to listen. My intention was to share with you what I have seen, heard, learned, and come to understand through this pandemic, professionally and personally, so that you can benefit from what it is that I've understood and live healthy, upright, wonderful lives. So this is a quote from Steve Jobs. Also, Vishen Lakhiani shared it. I read it in his book, and it inspired me to have a healthy curiosity and to question things. And he says life can be so much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is that everything around you that you call life was made up by people who were no smarter than you. So the point is, we are able to make wise and healthy decisions. Let's just believe in ourselves and believe that we can know what is good for us, and take everything that's around us and use it for good. And I pray, may we make healthy, wise, and informed decisions, and may we, our children, family, friends, and communities, and everyone globally have a bright and healthy future. Thank you so much.